it's me, Cisco Morris, and here's what's coming up on Gardening with Cisco. Plant a container that'll get you through the winter. Learn why compost tea is so good for your garden.
It's like making a super drink.
We're in the kitchen making mustard for a holiday gift. How cool is that? It's a bit spicy. Oh. Discover a twisted plant pick and tour the garden at the UW President's Mansion. All this and more coming up on Gardening with Cisco. Hi, I'm Cisco Morris.
And I'm Megan Black. Welcome to Gardening with Cisco.
We're here at the Arboretum to tell you about a great sale called Gifts and Greens Galore. It's the best way for gardeners to get their holiday kicked off.
That sounds like a good idea. What's the name of that again? Gifts and Greens Galore. I want to be there. Hey, we have another great way for you to kick off your holiday season, a winter pot. Here's our latest creation that is designed to put a smile on your face and give you a few new perennials for these short days. So you really didn't think Cisco was going to leave his pot looking like this all winter, did you?
No way.
So let me guess, you had all kinds of summer plants, maybe some perennials that you transferred into your yard.
Exactly.
The pot got overgrown, and it's time to redo it.
It was full of dead plants, or a lot of annuals in there. It looked terrible. And
so obviously you have different textures, different colors, different heights, and that's how we're going to build this pot.
Yeah, I bought too many plants probably.
You
but,
did? Oh, come
you know,
on.
I usually try and get a few too many. Look at this as a true holly.
Wow, it's going to get huge.
Gold Coast. It's kind of big, but I kind of wanted something with, you know, that would make a nice statement in there.
Yeah, but look at the contrast with that. How pretty is
won't
that?
that be just the best?
So not only is this Corsican Helleborus going to be gorgeous foliage in there in color, but you'll get some nice blossoms out of it as well.
Yeah, and you know what I like too? I like how it kind of hangs over the side here. So this is your good old Carex Merodii.
Right.
You know, it's an evergreen, kind of a grassy thing.
Yeah.
But now if I put that in, where am I going to stick that in? And I wanted it weeping over the side. So I'm going to do something kind of tricky here, Megan. This is what I love keeping my old pruning saws for. Because I'm going to do a little operation right now.
Really?
Try and find a natural division in there. I think right there. Okay, here we go. And I couldn't have probably done this with a Hayaku style, you know.
Right.
That'd be pretty tough. So now we can stick one in here. And I've even got a few other things here we can throw in. I got a couple of pansies and things, Megan.
My goodness, you got a lot of plants.
Yeah, and it's, you know, you want a perky little flower.
And that's the thing. Don't be afraid to use your perennials in pots this time of year.
Yeah.
And then you get 2 bangs for your buck because they go permanent into your garden later.
Yeah, and look at it. Think of that with dead flowers, and now think of it looking like this. Oh, la la.
Okay, I'll clean out my pots. So here's the best part about that winter container. You don't have to water it. You stick it out there, Mother Nature's going to do all the work.
I should know you'd like that, but watch out, because if it does rain, it could get a little bit waterlogged.
This year for
Coming
sure.
up next. No, this isn't a mad scientist lab. It's compost tea creation.
Welcome back to Gardening with Cisco from the Arboretum, where they're getting ready for their Gifts and Greens Galore holiday sale. It's going to be fabulous.
It is. Hey, the stuff in our next segment is fabulous too. It helps fight disease in plants. It adds nutrition. It even makes vegetables taste better. Our friend Hendrika Schraven took us into the lab to show how he brews it and why it works. Compost tea gets a lot of buzz, or should I say bubble, in the organic gardening world.
It's like making a super drink. You know, you put all your stuff in one drink and you drink that in the morning and it's like, wow. You know, I can go for at least 4 or 5 hours on that drink. You know, so it's kind of the same thing.
Enrique Schraven began using compost tea about 15 years ago, and his landscape company was the first to take it on the road in mobile organic kitchens. He brews his compost tea in this lab.
And this might look like a good beer, but it isn't. We call it a brewer, but we're making compost tea, beneficial microorganisms.
Here's why the bubbling brew is so good for your garden.
So basically the benefits of a compost tea is to actually add microbes to your soil.
Those microbes don't just sit there, they prepare and serve nutrients in your soil to your plants. Kind of like zillions of tiny chefs. That makes your plants healthier, breaks down toxins in the soil, saves you money on fertilizing and watering, and makes what you grow taste better. The recipes for this brew contain compost, of course, and other exotic ingredients.
There's these granular fertilizers, fish powders, kelps, and these are all part of our mixes.
One thing you won't find in this tea, manure. Once combined, the mix goes into massive tea bags.
So we have our mixes, and we fill these baskets with this compost, and not all the way full, because otherwise it all bubbles out of the top. And that's pretty much about the amount that goes in.
The compost tea bag goes into a giant kettle where it's steeped in water, aerated, and kept kinda toasty. Then it's time to wait about 1 day for a population boom.
So what happens here is let me show you what's inside. So there's 4 baskets. These baskets have our ingredients in it with compost. And then it is actually aerated for a 24-hour period until it actually just creates billions and billions of beneficial microorganisms.
Once the tea is brewed, it's checked under a microscope to make sure those microorganisms are present and accounted for. Then it's carefully pumped from the brewers to the trucks. Remember, this stuff is alive, and in order to keep it that way, it gets extra special treatment, from specially curved tanks to hoses and nozzles with no sharp angles. Even while it's being sprayed, this tea has to be treated gently and not blasted out of a hose at Mach 10. These microorganisms are more valuable alive than dead.
This is like the Wild West. Anyway, so the kickbacks is from the pressure. So you pull the trigger and it's like, ka!
And again, it's 100% harmless to pets, to the environment.
And 100% good for your landscape. And that's his cup of tea. Another thing Enrique said, you can't just spray compost tea on nutrient-poor soil.
No?
It's like spraying it on concrete. There's nothing to eat in there.
Hey, the weeds might grow, but that's about it. They grow on anything, don't they? Still to come on Gardening with Ciscoe. A fabulous holiday gift you can make right in your own kitchen. Welcome back to Gardening with Ciscoe from the Arboretum. You know, the days are ticking off that calendar. Have you done all your holiday shopping yet?
Not even close.
Gotta get them. They're going to be having a great sale here soon with all kinds of gifts and fresh greens here at the Arboretum.
That's where I'm doing my shopping. Hey, how would you like to get a homemade mouletard for a holiday gift?
Mustard?
How'd you guess?
I didn't know you could make mustard. Wait a minute. That's what you did with Lynn Villa.
Yeah, we made Northwest cranberry mustard.
Wow.
It's going to be my new holiday gift tradition.
Ciscoe, hi.
Hello, Lynn. Oh, boy.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Okay.
You're from Wisconsin, right?
We say
Okay. So you got your cheese, you got your beer, you got your brats.
all the essentials.
So yes, exactly. So what gift from the kitchen would you like to have this holiday season?
I've got it. A cheese head.
Oh,
One of those hats.
I was thinking more about, what about some homemade mustard? Doesn't that sound like fun?
That sounds
Okay.
really
Let's
good.
do that today then.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Cool.
boy.
All right. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to make some fresh Northwest cranberry mustard
Oh,
today.
yeah?
And then
Cranberries are from Wisconsin.
So there you go. And then we'll talk about some other varieties as well. So
Okay.
what we're going to do, we're going to start out by poaching some cranberries in a little maple syrup. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just going to take this over here and pour this into my pan. What we've got here is about equal parts maple syrup and cranberries. And it doesn't take a ton of cranberries because we, just want to get some nice color and flavor in there. So we're just going to let those simmer just for a second until they just start to pop open, okay?
Okay.
So we'll give those a second. So you can see we're getting some nice bubbles going, and these things are gorgeous. And you know what? This actually will work just for a good cranberry sauce too. So.
Is this an old country recipe or what? I mean, cranberries and mustard? I've never heard anything like this.
Stick with me, kid. You know we like to step out of the box every once in
Oh,
a
you
while.
betcha.
Yeah. Wait till you taste this, too. You're going to
I
love this.
can't wait.
Okay.
Wow.
So you can see already they're starting to pop their skins,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
will spit at you. So a little
They
bit,
are
yeah. Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
behave
Yeah, I
yourself.
know. They're quite lively. But anyway, so that's about where we're, what we're looking for. They get soft and nice and, juicy.
yeah.
So we'll set those aside. We'll let those cool for just a second, and let's talk about the actual mustard making process.
Okay.
Okay. So you can kind of see what we've got up here in front. We've got some yellow mustard seeds, some brown mustard seeds, a little vinegar and maple syrup, some salt, and that's really all you need for mustard. This is so incredibly simple. I just love doing this. I know. So what I've done is I took my mustard seeds, about a half a cup of mustard seeds, and I added about a half a cup of white wine vinegar, and then about a quarter cup of water. And then those soaked for about 24 hours. And what that does is it takes the crispy mustard seed and causes it to swell and soften up really nicely. And it's just, kind of brings out,
Yeah, they are
kind of develops
swollen
some flavors. Yep, exactly. And so then all we're going to do is pull our blender over here, and I'll
Okay.
let you do that for me. And why don't you go ahead and dump all that whole batch right there in the blender. You can do this in a food processor too if you like, but a blender actually is a little more effective for this particular operation. Okay, and then I'm just going to scrape all my cranberries and my mustard right in there. I said mustard,
smells good.
cranberries and maple.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the M words, I just trip over those all the time. And then we've got a little salt and a little allspice. Why don't you just
For the
dump those
whole
in?
9 yards?
Yeah, I measured
Okay.
that out for you.
All right. And
So you've got the
allspice.
sweet and the
Okay.
tart and the spicy and all these wonderful just juxtapositions of flavors, and it's simple as that. If you'll hand me that lid, we're just gonna puree this, and we're gonna puree it for a couple of minutes some more. What we're doing is we don't want to completely crush all the seeds. We want some texture in there, but we're going to kind of grind them to build up some little bit of silkiness. Okay, I think that's probably good. Shall we?
Oh, it
dish it up?
smells
I know.
mustardy
Isn't that beautiful?
now. Wow.
When you first make this, it's going to be pretty spicy. So when you taste this, I'm warning you. But in a couple of days, it will season and mellow out, and it'll still have a nice little deli sort of a deli mustard spice to it, but not like a driving spice.
Ah, okay,
So-
because I like spicy.
Oh, good.
you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, taste and see what you think.
Wow.
So you got the cranberry and the.
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that fun?
There's so much flavor. It is a bit spicy.
Good.
Oh, my gosh. It's absolutely delicious.
Thank you. Here's that. Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
all my friends will be so impressed.
Bring
when
on
I
the
give them these
brats.
for Christmas. Yeah,
And the
bring
beer.
on the brats and the Brussels sprouts.
Wow, that's fun.
Oh, it was so fun. And you know, it makes such a unique gift. I've even got one for you. How about that?
Oh, that's so unlike you. Thanks. What a great idea. You said it was a little bit hot to start.
Oh, la la, it made you yell, wow, when you hit it, but it mellows out over time, so it's no problem. You can find everything you need to make this great mustard at PCC Natural Markets, and of course we'll have the recipe on our website. Oh, la la, makes a really cool holiday gift.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Still to come. A twisted plant pick and tour a garden that's got a lot of UW Husky in it.
Welcome back to Gardening with Ciscoe from the Arboretum Visitor Center, and oh, we have we got a plant pick this
What
week?
is it?
Contorted Filbert. You know, it's so great for winter interest.
I love it really any time of the year, but you're right. When it drops its leaves, I love it because it shows its twisted side. So there is nothing like a contorted filbert. A
Yeah.
Harry Lauder's walking stick.
Yep.
And that's, I mean, look at the branches and how fun is that? And this one you say is called
Red Majestic.
Oh.
Yeah, and these leaves come out flaming red in the spring, finally turn kind of a reddish purple in the summer, but every new bit of growth is bright red again.
And I
Oh la
love
la.
it. They just adds, talk about a cool structure to your garden.
Yeah.
And then, like everything else in life, it gets a mind of its own. Look at these
these
guys.
things.
They're shooting straight up.
crying out
There's no
loud.
contortion here.
No, and this is the problem with this plant. You know, this is a fantastic plant, but it's got this problem.
Now, if it were a variegated plant and we're going all green, you'd say it's reverting or whatever. Is that what this is doing, or is it?
I think this comes from below a graft.
Okay.
A graft
Okay.
way down at the bottom.
So
Excelente.
there's one right behind it.
Oh, I'm pulling the wrong one. Oh, there we go.
There
Yeah,
you go.
so-
There you go.
Look at already, it's starting to look
Now
better.
look at this guy. He's one too. You can almost tell by the color of the bark.
Yep.
It's a little bit
Yeah,
different.
they're different colored bark. It's a different tree, you know. It's a filbert, but not the contorted one.
So I always thought these filberts got big.
So let's say I want to control the height on
Right.
this, not let it get too tall. Anything going up, I can just go ahead and cut off.
Oh,
could
and you're
do
not gonna hurt it.
You're not going to hurt it, and you could do some mighty fancy pruning on these things.
I want to get
So
down
you
this.
got to, but the law of pruning is you got to start when a plant's little.
Yes.
Not when it's some huge thing, you know. That's the big
Because then
mistake.
you're cutting him off at his knees.
Yeah. So how are those coming?
Good.
Here, so this little one here, probably better to do with a little hand pruner
Okay.
because I can get at it so easy. Yeah, I think, we pretty much got it. Now
Yeah.
look at the difference.
Yes. Now we're all kind of twisted and fun. A little more
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah, and all these leaves will fall off. This is one pretty plant. They're great in pots, too.
Wow, you're kidding.
No, a lot of times I'll put them in a pot and they just look really
I
interesting
probably
all
have
winter.
just seen too many big ones because you know what? Okay, let's see. This is a contorted filbert.
Yep. Harry Lauder's
Harry
walking
Lauder's
stick.
walking stick.
Red Majestic.
Red Majestic because it gets the red leaves.
Yeah, and
So the question is, do contorted filberts really get filberts?
yeah, you betcha.
Really?
Yeah, as long as there's another filbert around, they're wind pollinated, you'll get filberts. Of course, the squirrels always eat them first.
So you never really see them, but you'll get them.
No, you don't. Hey, you know that Arboretum is part of UW?
Yeah.
Well, there's another part of UW in the Madison Park area, and it is the President's Mansion called Hillcrest, and man, do they have a great garden there. Ray Larson, you lucky son of a beetle hopper, being head garden here at Hillcrest, this spectacular garden. How long you been here now?
Just over 2 years, yeah.
Wow. So this garden's like a acre and a half?
Yeah, just about an acre and a half, and you can see some of it from the front, but in the back it goes down quite steeply. So we've got a vegetable garden down there, and then and we have two of the city's largest copper beeches here, and two of the largest magnolias of their kind in the front.
So Ray, I've noticed that there's a definite color scheme here, you know.
Definitely, yeah. Well, you know, the Huskies are purple and gold, so fortunately there's a lot of good plants that are purple and yellow and orange. So we try to do some of that without going overboard. But
Ray,
yeah.
I gotta make a big apology here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I think I wore the wrong coat today. Oh la la.
We noticed that when you walked in, so we figured something out here. Maybe you can take this as a little memento here. We've got the little logo on there and everything. So whenever you go to a university-sponsored event, you'll be all set. We'll let you back now. How about that?
Man, thanks a lot. I promise I'll never take it off.
you'll be
Do I
fine.
look like a husky or what?
Looks like it fits pretty well there.
So actually, no one's enjoying that garden right now. The UW is in between presidents. They hope to have a new one at Hillcrest by the beginning of next school year.
Well, if you're applying for that job, do good on the interview because the Hillcrest garden is so great. You're going to want to move in there.
Well, one of the reasons we're here today at the Arboretum is to tell you about the Gifts and Greens Galore sale. It's a holiday sale where you can come and buy gifts, plants, and fresh greens that are actually cut from the Arboretum. And the head groundskeeper at the Arboretum has something he wants you to know. The Arboretum is not a tree farm. Last year, an extremely rare evergreen was cut and stolen from this park around Christmas time.
Oh, the Kettleria.
Can you believe it?
Man, it's like stealing from a
I
museum.
know, crazy.
Man, instead of doing a bunch of nasty crimes, come to Gifts and Greens Galore and you can make your own beautiful holiday decoration. Hey, Megan, would you hang this on your door?
Well, maybe I need to add a little more to it. But I think there will be some people here to help you do that on December 11th and 12th. Come and have some fun and get in the holiday spirit. By then, it'll be time for it.
That's right. And hey, if you're not an artist and you can't make your own wreath, they sell beautiful handmade wreaths.
Really?
And all you got to do is
I'll do that.
stick a couple of Brussels sprouts on the front. Your mom will think you made it yourself.
Enough with the Brussels sprouts. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Hey, Megan, I'm going to make one really
Okay.
cool.